Morning, Watch World. Today I'm just gonna do a quick review on this Phoibos Eagle Ray. This is the automatic version. Eagle Ray, the PY029B, B for blue. Got those king octopuses everywhere. I finally settled down on a compressor style that I liked. I was intrigued by the compressor design, and I'd seen some. Some didn't have screw-down crowns. Some had screw-down crowns, but when you turned the crown, the inner bezel would move, and then when you went to screw down the crown, it would move again. So it was hard to find one that I really liked. And Phoibos is a really good quality watch. I have had good experience with their PY007s. I think this is a C007C. Anyway, they stopped making these, and I was glad I picked one up when I did. But Phoibos, that King Octopus logo there, I can't see it that well, but it's there. It's also on the back. Something Phoibos does is they're just bold. They like being bold. So their watch design styles are a little bigger or a little bolder. This isn't large by any means. It's a 41 millimeter watch. It's got the NH35 movement in it. BGW9. They had a couple different dials, a green one and a blue one. I liked the green, but then again, with that blue BGW9 Lume, I wanted to get the blue so it all matched. Really nice finishing. This is similar to an Omega Seamaster case and Omega Seamaster bracelet, which looks really nice. Good clasp, double pusher security clasp, 3 micro adjust. Phoibos on there, not an extra King Octopus. They kept that one a little simple. But anyway, with this one, with these screw down crowns, when you unscrew it, it pops. You can feel it pop up. So it's got a good spring. And as you turn it there, the dial moves. You can feel the gear it rolls on. That's good and positive. And then when you push it in, it disengages that gear. So when you screw it down, nothing moves. Now, what they don't tell you about compressor style watches is that they're just not practical. This screw down thing, like if I was actually diving and using it as a dive thing, I couldn't do that with gloves on. And you really can't do it on your wrist. Most everybody shows this off wrist, and they show, turning it and popping it and setting it. It all looks great. But when it's on your wrist, let me show you that in a second. You can't get that without getting hairs, and you can't get underneath it. So you're basically doing all this from the side, which is awkward. If it was unscrewed and you left it unscrewed, of course, you could just roll it with your finger. That would work. But you want to keep things from getting in the watch. I would assume everybody would want to have that screwed down all the time. So that's what they just don't tell you about compressors. It seems outdated. Now that they have the rotating dive bezels on watches, that technological advancement is probably there for a reason. But this is still unique and cool, and this one does the same thing. When you unscrew it, you get a positive pop-up there, and it's NH35, just standard NH35 stuff. Good, solid, easy wind, set in the date and time. It does hack, so you don't have to worry about going forwards or backwards, which is nice. I still have a few watches that don't hack, so you got to remember to only wind them clockwise or set the time clockwise. Real nice watch here. That bevel on the rotating ring looks nice. And a beautiful blue. It's a pretty watch. Let me get it on wrist and show you what I'm talking about with setting the time bezel. Oh, also, before I do that, the King Octopus has improved quite a bit. Now it's a 3D King Octopus on the case back, which just looks great. I mean, not everybody's going to get a chance to see that, but I do. And that's a big improvement from the older one. I should point that out, which was just engraved in there. It says flat. So, good going, Phoibos. For the money, you get a great watch here with a sapphire. I think this is domed. Yep, domed sapphire. Let me get you a couple measurements here too while I got it off wrist. There we go. Yeah. 41. Very wearable 14. And lug to lug, which it's got a slight curve to it, and the protruding male end links don't stick down that much. 46.8 to get you the actual there. It's 52.5 to the slightly protruding end links there. All right, let's get it on wrist. All right, there it is on wrist. My 6 3/4 inch wrist. Doesn't overhang too bad. The 41 millimeter case. Little polished accents down the middle of that bracelet are nice. There she be. Now here, let me show you what I'm talking about. When you grab this, there's no real way to do it. It's just a lot harder to grab when it's on wrist. And then I'm doing these little half-quarter turns, although you can roll it like this, but with the threading part, when you go to thread it back in, and you push and you twist, you're pulling hairs. Just, no real way to do that without pulling hairs. Something they just don't tell you. When you get one, you experience it. So if you set this all the time like I do, I really appreciate the dive bezel, the timing bezel when I'm cooking a steak or I'm boiling some noodles on the stovetop. I spin that dial. I use the timer all the time, or I'm taking a break at work. But with this one, it just makes it that bit more complicated. Like I say, I'm going to end up bald right here from pulling out those hairs. It's in the sun pretty good. You get a view of that Fume dial, that blue, and those syringe hands. They hold a lot of lume. So this one actually stands out real well. I'll pit it up against my Zelos, my king of the watch box for lume right now. Let me go inside and show you that. All right, thanks for watching. All right, we're inside, ready to put it head to head against Seiko, which is about the bar for lume and a dive watch, and Zelos. Zelos is known for excellent lume. So, and it's a mix of C3 and BGW9 on this meteorite dial. All right, let's charge them up and see what we get.